Morning. It's chilly. Yeah, I could have used a sweatshirt this morning. I can never tell. And by the time I finish my walk, I just started. By the time I finish, I'll be hot. Yeah, I got an early start this morning because something just struck me as I was walking and during my morning meditation and gratitude practice. And I just wanted to share while I was inspired. So I titled this, Are you going through something or are you growing through something? Think about that. Are you struggling or is something challenging you to grow? See, perspective is so important because when you're challenged, you can see it as a closed door, a struggle, something that's holding you back or keeping you down, or you can see it as the opportunity to change. And what makes you decide? You. Yeah, that's my simple answer. You. So it's what you decide. Do you have limiting beliefs? Do you think that it's stopping you? Can you come up with 100 reasons or excuses why? Or do you see it as something that's going to teach you a lesson, make you more successful, stronger, healthier, financially better? Which is it? You know, it's funny. I always go back to my garden. I think about plants that maybe don't have an advantage. Maybe they're planted somewhere too close to my fence inside the garden, or they're planted near a stepping stone, or they're planted on the side where the sun doesn't hit it really strongly. You do, Chris? You know I want it, brother. You are always on my mind and in my heart, especially as you're challenged and growing this year. Not struggling, challenging yourself and growing. So I think about that plant that pushes through the crack in the sidewalk or keeps bending and reaching towards the part of the garden where the sun hits better and stronger. And you know, it's not like that plant is thinking every day, oh, I'm going to strategize and I'm going to grow this way and then that way. It doesn't do that. It just does. It's in its DNA. It's coded to survive. And so are we. Somehow this human experience beats us down. And instead of going back to our natural coding, coding coding, you know, like computer coding, as if I know anything about that, we allow circumstance to determine what stops us. But do you know what stops us? That's it. Because in this abundant universe, every single thing that we want and desire is ours. Everything. I have one large regret. One only. And it's not what many of you who know me are thinking. It's that I didn't connect with the vibration that I'm on now earlier. That's my only regret. And I know that it was there for me, but I had so much to learn. That's why I didn't. I probably couldn't because I wasn't aware. I wasn't actualized. I had not slowed down enough. I felt it. I felt that nagging, but I just couldn't get there at that time. And I learned so many valuable lessons about myself, about my capabilities, about my life's purpose, Yeah, I'm going to be 58. And I had an amazing career as a teacher. But that was only my growth period, not my end result. That wasn't who I was. That was my classroom, literally and figuratively. Gosh, I learned so much about myself teaching students for 33 years. I learned a lot about human behavior. I learned a lot about how to inspire. I learned a lot about what I was capable of, but most importantly, what I was put here to do. And they weren't wasted years. Gosh, no. At 58, I feel like singing I've Only Just Begun. Does anybody remember that song besides me? Even Christopher, you're a little young. Nikki, maybe you remember. Janine, you definitely don't remember. Christine, you might remember. Who sang that? Maureen McGovern? I've only just begun. My mother loved that song. Oh, dear Lord. I digress, Christine. Anyway, they weren't wasted years. Gosh, I just wish I knew then what I know now. And I say know, not believe, because I know it in my soul. So, are you going through something? Or are you growing through something? I already know the answer. Go look it up, Janine. I've only just begun. I think it might be Maureen McGovern. I want to say Maureen McGovern or Helen Reddy. How old am I? I already told you how old I am. So anyway, perspective today. I lost sight of it yesterday for a little while. Man, I'm so mad at myself. Who am I? A human being. And I lost sight for like 2 hours. How did I get back? I quieted my mind. Started my gratitude practice at about 4:30 in the afternoon again. Even though I'd done it in the morning. I had to go right back there. Connect to my vibration. Remind myself of exactly where I am and that I know that that's where I need to be. I even had to make amends with someone who I was a little short with. Yes, me. See, it's in my imperfection that I am perfectly where I need to be. It's in my imperfection. I tell my coaches and my clients that all the time, don't I? They're shaking their heads. Yep. It's not perfection that we're going for. Just better than the day before. Growth. So, as I leave you, I want you to think about this. The next time you feel like you're struggling, is it really a struggle or is it just a challenge to grow? Don't go through it. Grow through it. Look. That's my pee-pee room. It's really Starbucks, but we all know when I hit Starbucks, I've done a little over a mile. And I gotta go, and I'm not bringing you with me. One day I'm gonna bring you with me. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna do a little vlog in there and see who knows where I am. Kind of like I did in Atlanta. All right, y'all. I gotta start my client check-ins because I have some early birds. The early bird gets the worm. So grow through it. GROW. Be well.